Okay, you guys, these are the plants that I have to plant. So I started digging some holes and I have nowhere to set my camera. And hang on, I'll get my gloves back on if I can do this. Nope, I'm gonna have to set you down a minute. Hang on one second. And then I don't have anywhere to set you over there, but I'll show you the area I've been working on. So we want to get some of these in the ground tonight. So I'm going to take over 2 big ones. I'll have to come back and get the other one because they're too heavy. And then we'll see what this one is. So I'm going to put these 2 on the ends of the area I'm working on. This is where you come in our driveway here. Come up a hill and you come in our driveway. And then I've been working on this area here. So I put in a hostas there. I put in all this stone. So this one I'm going to put in that hole that I just dug right there. And then another one at the other end. And yeah, wish I had some place to set you guys. I'm going to try to put you up here if I can. Let me see. Let me see if you'll sit there. Maybe. Turn you around. It won't turn around. Why won't it turn around? It won't turn around. Alright, then I'll do you like that. If you'll sit there. Okay, so anyway, this is a perennial. And this is Queen Bee. Queen Bee. I don't have my reading glasses on. Chasset tree. Queen Bee. So we're going to be putting it in this hole here. I don't think my hose will reach all the way up here in the front of our house. This far down the driveway, but I'll be bringing up water for these for sure. And I probably should really be careful when I dig, because I know our utilities run along this area, but I'm not going to be digging that deep, so hopefully I won't hit anything. I did not call dig. So this is the beautiful plant that I'm going to be planting. I don't know if you guys can see it or not because the camera is acting weird, and all of my cameras are full right now, so I'll be lucky to have this video. So what you want to do when you're doing planting is you want to massage the roots a little bit. You want to break them up a little bit, massage the roots. I really should be putting in black dirt with these. Another root in there. Massage the roots. And then make sure when you put it in that the top of your plant is gonna end up with the top equal with the top of your surface. Like I need to go down like maybe an inch. And it's nice to dig the hole wider and bigger than you need, so this plant doesn't have such a hard time to get incorporated in the ground. I think that should do. Oh, this is all stone. Oh, man. There we go. I forgot to bring up my little padding, knee pad thing. Seems pretty equal to me. I wish I had black dirt. Oh, let me try to get a little. It's gonna fall right through. Shit. Oh, sorry. Oh, this is a little sage that I put in here. Had that little plant, sage. So this was all vines and all kinds of roots and vines. So our plan is to put some pine trees, like 3 pine trees in the backdrop of this area. And then some bushes, like maybe some boxwood or whatever you call them. And maybe spireas or whatever in the next row. And then we have this smaller stuff down here. And then next summer, we can have room in the very front of these rock to put some annuals for some color. So that's the plan. And I think I'm just gonna cover up this hole with what's here and then come back and put some black dirt around these plants. You want to cinch the plant down in just a little bit, not real hard, just enough. Cinch it down in a little. So we got one. I'm going to bring over another one of these, and we're going to plant it on the other end. We've been planting this one on the other end. I already dug the hole there. And then I also brought over some lilies. We'll also be putting some lilies in here. I might have dug that hole too. Let me go get some more lilies and kind of set them where I want to kind of design it a little bit, get an idea. When we moved into this house, there was no landscaping whatsoever. It's just built on a dune. These are the pink lilies. And I have them around my mailbox, and they bloom this summer. They were beautiful. So these will not bloom right now, but they'll bloom this summer. Do that there. I'm going to do one maybe here. And then maybe like here. Kind of split up the difference. And then I have a hole back there for like a larger plant. Let me see what else I have. It's going to be nice and colorful. And this area is partial sun, part shade, more shade than sun. It gets morning sun. So I have 2 hostas. So I thought maybe let's see. put those lilies a little bit towards the back because they do get pretty tall. And then put the hostas here. You know, put the hosta in there. Put the hosta here. But I need to equal it out. So we'll put the hosta in here. There are two different types of hostas. Let me get a better eye at this. So we have that matches. Okay. Then we're going to put the lily a little bit in the back row. Then we'll put a hostas there. And we'll put a hostas like, say, here. It'll be evened up. And then this will go in the backdrop a little bit back here. And then that one in the back. Then we have some mums that we can put in the front. Something like that. Okay, so I'm liking that. So we have some mums that we can put closer to the front of these rock. And then we have two kind of like a reddish pinky colored flower. I forget what they're called, but they're more for a shade. So I thought maybe we'd put those maybe in between here somewhere, since we have the pink pink lilies, and then maybe we'll put one there. It doesn't have to be exactly equal, and maybe then one down here or one up there. We only have two of the red. I can always get more, but just kind of get it started. So I'm going to turn the camera because we're going to be working on that plant over there. We're going to plant that plant. So hopefully we're still going. And I'm going to put you, I don't know if I can. I don't know if you can see me or not. I think you can. Over that way. Let's see. I'm not sure if you can see me. I'm going to be over that way with the shovel. I dug this hole a little bit too deep, I think. A little massage. My bare hands than I can with these gloves on, and the bugs out here are really bad. Mosquitoes start in our area like 5 o'clock, and they are horrible. All right, let's see how. Now that's a little too low, so we need to come up a couple inches. So we're gonna fill in. We have so much roots and different things to take out of this area. But when you come in our driveway, it's just so ugly. And we have these Conex boxes here for my husband's business parts. It's pretty good. Lovely. That is lovely. See what I mean? All right. We can start filling it in now. We have raking to do, but I don't want these things to sit in the ground. Or sit in the pot, sorry. Sit in the pots too long. Push it just a little. Smooth it out around it. Lovely. Gorgeous. Okay. Now let's see. I like that. So we have those at each end. Those are going to attract hummingbirds and butterflies. I know I'm probably out of the film right now. All right, we'll dig this next hole since I'm over this way. And we'll put this lily in the ground. All of that is going to get raked towards the back, and it drops off. So it's going to get raked all towards the back. And then we'll get pine trees in here, and it'll kind of blend in with the woods. It'll look so much better. Okay, where did I have this thing? I think it's back here somewhere. Hold on. Sorry. Making noise over there. I just wanted to make sure it was the people who belong there. Kind of watch out for my neighbors a little bit. So this will be for a hole for the lily. I'm pulling the root and not a cable. Oh, some of these will have to be cut. All right. Sassafras, you can smell it. Sassafras. Mosquitoes are starting. All right. See, there's just more and more root. But it has never been established, you know? There's just so much. This is going to be for the lily. I love these pink ones. I have orange ones up by my well, up by my side of my door. Go too far down. These darn roots. They're going to cause problems, but little by little with maintenance, we can hopefully rectify it a little bit as time goes on. A little too low. And the mosquitoes are coming. This one's nice and loose. Whoops. I thought something was on me. Freaking root. Golly. Golly, golly, golly. Oh, dear. All right. And bring up the soil around it. It looks very nice. Very nice. All right, that's one of the red lilies, pink lily. And then we have another pink lily over there, so we'll do that one next. Move you over here a little bit. I apologize for filming disaster. All right. So we have that one flower, and then we need to put the lily like right here. Right where there's a root almost. Shinga. Shinga, shinga, shinga. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. I believe our cable and everything runs right on this side of the driveway. So I think we're okay here, but I think it's over here. So I hope we're all right. No way I'm gonna get all these roots out by myself, but and I wish it were perfect. I wish I had already raked and everything was perfect, but I don't live in a perfect world, sorry. I just don't. All right, let's see how far down that's gonna make us. Almost perfect. Massage the roots. Gorgeous. Give it a little angle there. Push it down a little, make it firm, just a little. And then make sure that the soil around it is pretty flat and equal. Stick this in the ground. Okay. All right, we have one more pink lily in the middle here to plant. It's really close to this. I think I'm going to bring that pink lily up because it's very close to a root I want to get rid of, that big tree right there. So I'm going to bring that one up. They don't need to all be exactly uniform, but I do want it to kind of line up a little. So I was going to put it in that hole, but it just doesn't make sense. I'm going to do it like here. A little bit closer. Go carefully. hitting something, but I don't know what. Rock. Make sure I'm not hitting a gas pipe. That was the housekeeper down there. They built a new house. I'm probably not on film. I think this is plenty deep for the lily. Let me change the camera around. I think it was the housekeeper. I don't know if I can get it to go. You see me? I got you guys on a pipe. Okay, we're gonna do the lily here. It breaks up the you know, the consistency of them being in a row. So I kind of like the idea actually. Pretty good. Good. You don't want to break the roots off, but you do want to massage the roots. And I got that one going this way. Put it this way. Okay. And there is some sort of a flower there. I'm going to cover that hole back up for now, back there. Smash it down in. Bury these leaves, bury all this ugly stuff. That's the way to do it, right? Get my shovel out of there. There. And this dirt goes over here. But once it gets filled in with flowers and plants, it's going to be amazing. So beautiful. And you know, when people come into your home, they come here, you know, you want it to feel welcoming, you know what I mean? The bugs are getting bad. I don't know how many more I can do, but I'm gonna continue. So, let me take a look back here. Got two hostas. I like that. That one can come over just a little bit. They can be all right. I don't want that one to cover the light. You can always move the light. They're just pull-ups. So, I'm gonna do this one like right here. So much rock, you don't know what you're gonna hit. And this is compact rock right here. Ooh, it's very difficult. That's my neighbor's truck making that noise. He backs up. There, we're getting sand. Don't have to go that deep. And the sand is loose. great drainage. And I'll come back with some black dirt, and I'll come back with some plant food. Really stuck in the pot. So this is Diana Remembered Hostas. So I wonder if this is named after Prince Diana. Then we'll see what the name is on the other one. See how good we are with the surface. We need to come up. That. And then we are equal. Let me see it a little better. Equal with this. Yeah, pretty close. I think a little bit. There. Push it down a little bit. Diana Remembrance Hosta. We'll bury this in there. Here's these lilies. Sunny Keys Oriental Lily. That's for the lilies. She's got a tag. She don't have a tag. I don't know how long they'll stay there, but all right. Let's see if we can get this other lily in the ground. Make sure we know where we're placing it right. Right there. Right there. We'll move it over a little ways from the light. Maybe 4 inches or so. Oh, the bugs, man. To get the wagon and pick all this up. I trimmed all this down yesterday. Oh, it was like 75 degrees out here. Like, oh, I can't do heat, man. I cannot do anymore. Like right here. Not far enough away. Like right here. Don't be all rock. Please. Loosen the soil a little bit. Man, makes your nose itch and everything. Whew. Got it in my teeth. This is a Patriot hosta. All of us patriots. Might have to massage the thing to get it out. Sometimes they get dry in the pots. So this one stands up taller than the other one, getting bit. You see how we are for the surface. I think we can come a little bit. like that. And then turn your plants to where they look good in the front, you know. Turn them to, you know, how they should look. And push down. Very nice. And then what's really going to make a difference is when I bring up the mums for a little color. I'm putting these in here because my husband might want to know the names, or we might want to know the names if we want to go back and get more of the same. Because I don't think that those will stay all winter long, the tags. But, whew, I'm getting wore out. Okay. So what we don't have is any color like coming this way. So we have green, we'll have color on those lilies when they get bloom. But I think what we're gonna do, I'm gonna get my little hand spade and attempt to put in the ground some of these mums. So we have mums left and we have these two red things. I'll bring one up so you can see what they are. They're really colorful, very pretty. I should have put all these in my wagon, but I need the exercise. Here's the mums, some little yellow ones, and then we have two that are like multi browns or whatever color. I think it's brownish, might be multi. And then we have these things, Coleus, Coleus. Aren't they pretty? So we have two of these for some color. So I think what we'll do is we have a little color on those bushes at the ends that are blooming. So I think we'll start with like a yellow mum, something like this. Start with a yellow mum. And then one of these. So it brings some of the color into the middle a little bit. So we need a yellow, freaking mosquitoes, yellow, and then a red or pink. Yeah, needs to come this way a little bit more on this side. There, maybe like there. Yeah, I like that better. And then I'm really tight by the light here, but I can scoot that light back. The other light is back. The other two are up. It's okay, sorry. We'll be doing a lot of work to this area, so there's no sense getting so particular. All right. I guess I'll just use this shovel. holes, and then I have one more back there. So we'll put the yellow one. We'll put a multicolored one like here. And a yellow one, like maybe there. And then we have one more multi, or I don't know if it's brown or it's going to be multi. I don't know. I think it's brown. On the end over there, we need a little something. And I think this will be good. This will be a good start. And then we're going to put some boxwood and some spireas, maybe some holly, bushes that don't get too big. We can trim them to be medium size. And then behind that will be 3 pine trees. And then that will like blend in with the woods. It'll offer a nice backdrop, like when the snow gets on it, it'll be beautiful. And these Connex boxes, I want them to blend in with the woods. So at least this side of this one, I'm going to paint it green. I wish we could just get rid of them, but we have so many parts for my husband's button shop parts. Ooh, hitting something. Be careful, Sharon. Be careful. A little bit at a time. That's deep enough. These are small. So, and this one, right there. Up. Thrilled if I get these in the ground all today. Sweating my butt off. It's good enough, I think. Do too good. Around here. Ooh, yeah. Bring it up just a little bit. There we go. Perfecto. We'll have a lot to get out here. Now we have a groundhog that we're dealing with, and we have squirrels that hang out in this area. Hopefully we can keep the plants. Not that I want to make a video about pulling weeds. Gorgeous. Oh, for so much color. I like it. I do. All right, let's see what we got going on here. We'll have to probably constantly dig these roots. All right, little baby, come on. Let's get this job done. Too deep. A little too deep. Pretty good to me. Look at that. Cut down. It's gotta get dug up. Can't wait to rake all of that towards the back. It's gonna look so much better. Clean all them weeds up, rake it all towards the back to the woods, because right there's our tree line, our woods line. And property line is like, we got room to like put it back there. Fine. All right, that's just a yellow mum, so. All right, let's see what else we can do. Get these other 5 in the ground. Good. And then I don't know if we're gonna put black dirt on top, and then I don't know if we'll put some mulch in here. We may put mulch. So that would really be nice. So when you're doing some landscaping, you want to think about, you know, what you're putting for the backdrop. What are you putting up front, you know? You want it to be a little layered. It's all gravel. It's saying now. It's all gravel. It's all gravel. Cute little one. I might save these pots because I do have a greenhouse to put up yet. And hopefully get it up. Actually use it for next year. We didn't get it in the ground in time for this year, but next year. Perfecto. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And we took a really ugly area. This was a really ugly scene coming in here. It had weeds up to here. It was just a massive vine mess. And we dug all that out. I did almost all this. My husband helped me get the rock. The rock were actually way up there because we moved them from the back to here because we wanted to do this one day. These rock probably sit up there underneath the weeds for probably 2 years. And finally I said, I want to do that corner. He's like, well then go ahead, I'm working down here, so I ain't got time to help you. I said, well, I'll do what I can do. And so I got started and I just did what I can do little by little. So every day I'd come out here and just do a little bit and a little bit and a little bit. And before you know it, it's gonna be gorgeous. This is nice and sandy. Gravel, but it's easy to dig. All right, little baby, come on. You little chew. Low. Not low enough. That's good. I can hear the deer running. Right around me somewhere, I hear them. Breaking the branches. All right, we have 3 more. Let's see if we can do this. Hopefully I'm still on film. No idea. Oh, the dust and everything. Be easy to do, please. Need to get this done. Super soft. All right, what goes? This red one, I think. Pink, purple, what is it? Pinky, burgundy. And it's a little too high. go. Bring it down a little. Get these leaves out of there. People aren't going to know what to think when they come up the driveway and they're like, oh, wow. They've been busy. It just looks so much more inviting. And these little plants I put in here, you probably can't see them, but they are, I don't have my reading glasses on, but they're part shade pink. Can't read that. I think this is dahlias. No, can't read it. They print on light orange. Can't read it. What is this? Because they come back every year. It's a perennial. I'm trying to use all perennials so this can stay really nice all year long. Okay, we have one more, two more. I have to go get the other one. I'll turn the camera. We have this mum. One mum yet to go. Ooh, this is rocky here. Ugh. Like that. Better sand than clay. I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not because my sister, I don't know what this is, like a bone. My sister used to live in Michigan and she had clay and she had the most beautiful flowers and garden. And we have all sand. We live on a sand dune. We live on a sand dune. Let me see if it's still going. Yeah, I'll probably have to shorten it up. I don't know. We live on a sand dune. And I don't know. I think our stuff gets dried out so much. If you don't water every day, it's like they can't make it, especially in the heat. So I don't know if clay maybe would be better. But she had a lot of problems with different areas that flooded too. So, all right, we got to come up. So we got to put some more dirt in there. We got to come up to surface. Like this is your surface. You only want a small layer over the top, you know? So you want to come up with ground level and you want to be equal to the ground level. There. My husband will be amazed at I get these all in the ground before he gets back from the vet. I hope our little chick is going to be okay. They attacked her and she's all, they plucked all her feathers off her bottom and she had to have stitches. They really, I thought they were going to kill her. I thought she was dead when I found her. And one more, and we got to get out of the mosquitoes. I'm going to put one more mum on this end. It's looking lovely. I think it's looking fantastic. By the time these things fill out and they look, you know, super cute. Put a little mum up here. I've never had good luck with mums. I'm going to try again. But I've never had mums that come back time and time again. Now some people have them and they come back every year. But me, I don't know. All right, I'm gonna go grab the other mum. I'm gonna put this stuff up there. And then we have to water, but you guys don't have to stay for the watering part. I'm just gonna water them and then probably call it a video. So let me go and get the other mum. I'll turn the camera a little for that last mum and then These are orange mum. So they're going to be like an orange. That's what they are. Remember I was saying I didn't know if they were going to be multicolored or what color. If I can get you to stay. Oh, Lord. All right. God, I swear. All right, I'm going to end it there. My husband's calling me. I can't even push the button. I'm going to end the film there. Thank you for watching. I'll put the link in the description of some of the things that I used today. Thank you so much, you guys.